Hey everyone, today we're doing something a little different. We're going to crack open a curated newsletter made for curious people like us. We're taking a look inside issue 83 of Weekly NishIsHere to see what it's all about. Let's get to it.
So what's on the menu today? First, we'll talk about what it even means to be a curator in a world full of noise. Then, we're going to rethink a common tech term, bust a super popular health myth, explore the wild career of a major Hollywood star, and finally, uncover a billionaire who's been hiding in plain sight. It's a real grab bag of cool ideas, so let's jump right in.
You know, every issue kicks off with a thought of the week, and this one, man, it's a good one. It's this idea that self-respect isn't just something you hope for, it's something you actively build. A really powerful way to start, and it kind of sets the stage for the kind of smart, thoughtful stuff we're about to dig into. Okay, so what is this thing we're looking at? Well, Weekly NishIsHere is pretty much what it sounds like, a weekly dose of curated insights. They're handpicked by the creator, Nish, for a community of over 2,000 people. It's really all about cutting through the endless noise online to find the actual gems. And when we say gems, what are we talking about? Well, the content is all over the map, in the best way possible. You've got deep dives into tech and business, really fascinating takes on the creator economy, pop culture, and it's all tied together with some personal insights. That variety is exactly what makes it so interesting. First up, let's wade into the world of tech and talk about something called a wrapper. Now, that might sound kind of boring, maybe like a simple, unimportant add-on. But what if that idea is totally, completely backward? So, what even is a wrapper? It's actually pretty simple. Imagine a super powerful, complicated car engine. That's the core technology. The wrapper, that's the beautiful dashboard, the steering wheel, the comfy seats. It's everything that makes the engine accessible and lets you actually drive the car. But how people think about them, that's where it gets interesting. And here's the big insight. The old school mindset, the one taught in a lot of places, just dismisses wrappers as not being real innovation. But the truth is, wrappers are what make complex tech usable for the rest of us. They create entire new markets, solve real-world problems. The big takeaway here, innovation isn't just about inventing the engine, it's also about designing the dashboard that lets the whole world go for a drive. All right, let's pivot hard from tech to our own health. This next piece from the newsletter takes on a goal that so many of us have on our fitness trackers, the famous 10,000 steps a day. But where did that number even come from? Is it legit? So yeah, let's just ask it straight up. Is that 10,000 number really the magic ticket to good health? I mean, it's everywhere, on our watches, in articles, but is there any actual science behind it?
And the answer is actually a huge relief. It's not about hitting some arbitrary magic number. The real key, which is backed by a ton of studies, is simply to move more than you did before. Even a tiny boost in your daily step count can have a massive impact on your health. So you can officially let go of the pressure to hit 10K. The real goal is way simpler. Just do a little more than yesterday.
Okay, time for another big shift. Let's dive into some pop culture and talk about the seriously dynamic, kind of gravity-defying career of Scottish actor Gerard Butler. I mean, just look at the range here. The guy who played a Spartan king is also the Phantom of the Opera, a romantic lead, and a nonstop action hero. It's incredible. The newsletter's author even calls out the thriller law-abiding citizen as a personal favorite, which just proves how deep his list of great roles goes. Of course, you can't have a conversation about Gerard Butler without this line. This single moment from the movie 300 was a lightning strike. It shot him into global superstardom. It's not just a movie line anymore, it's literally part of pop culture history. For our last big story, we're heading back into the world of business. This is about a hugely powerful guy who has been shaping the tech world for decades, but often gets overlooked next to names like Bill Gates or Steve Jobs. I'm talking about Larry Ellison, the founder of Oracle. This table right here really says it all. The guy's staying power is just incredible. During the PC revolution, he was taking on Microsoft. When cloud computing became the next big thing, he positioned Oracle to be a leader. Now, in the age of AI, guess what? He's building an AI empire. And as the newsletter points out, he's even involved in the massive US TikTok deal. He is always right in the middle of the biggest shifts in technology. So, we've talked tech, health, pop culture, and big business, all from just one newsletter. And that brings us to a final idea that kind of ties everything together, focusing on the one thing that matters more than almost anything else today. This is the newsletter's quote of the week. And wow, it just hits the nail on the head, right? In a world where everyone is fighting for a second of your time, having a trusted source that just filters out the junk and brings you the good stuff, that's more valuable than ever. And that's really the whole philosophy behind this thing. Which, of course, leads to the final question. If you enjoyed this little tour through all these fascinating ideas, where can you get more of it?
The answer is right there. You can find all the past issues and subscribe for free over at NishIsHere.com. It really is a fantastic way to feed your curiosity every single week. Thanks for hanging out for this explainer, and I'll see you in the next one.